There are drummers out there today playing at such incredible skill levels, but they may never be able to make the drums their career unless they take a few critical steps. And the difference between 99% of drummers versus the 1% elite has a lot more to do with strategy than just raw skills. Today, I'm going to teach you the exact strategies that have taken myself, Gabe, and the drummers we have mentored from playing drums as a hobby to making the drums their lifestyle. Now, skills is one of the most common places where drummers start. If you are inconsistent, if you're not playing accurately to a click, if you're all over the place with your dynamics, nothing else after this point forward is going to be easy for you. Your skills is your foundation of which everything else will be completely dependent upon. So that's why we're starting with the meat and potatoes. You need to make sure your meat and potatoes are 100% locked in. Timing, dynamics, your control, your consistency, your technique. All of these things are different tools in your toolbox to make sure you have locked in. So any circumstance you come across, boom, you can pull out good dynamics. Boom, you can dial it back. Boom, you can play faster. Let's say you're a session drummer and the producer asks you, hey, can you play this 16th note triplet fill around the kit? What are 16th note triplets? You've never played that before. We're talking about elevating your skills and being over prepared. So make sure you remember that going through every single item in this video. The second item when it comes to your skills is mastering your song learning process. So you need to have a quick turnaround time. A perfect example of this, which I was absolutely blown away by, is this incredibly skilled drummer, Luigi Paravente. 1 week before the gig, he got a phone call from Gojira because their drummer, Mario, was having issues where he couldn't get in to play the gig.
It was a last minute thing. Mario couldn't be here. He's fine. Everything's fine. Just, unfortunately, it wasn't possible. So this month here.
So Luigi was able to step in. He had 1 week's notice to learn all of the songs for this live Gojira set list. And if you've seen Gojira, you know the songs are not easy. But he had his process dialed in where he went into work mode and he was able to get these songs under his belt to then go out and perform them in front of a stadium of thousands of people.
Make some noise for Luigi, everybody.
I've seen so many gigging opportunities come up for drummers where they're last minute. So make sure you have your song learning process dialed in so that you have a checklist to follow, you have your systems, that whether the set list is 4 songs or it's 8 songs, 10 songs, whatever it is, you have your system dialed in and your skills are not a variable and your song learning process is not a variable, where you focus on execution. The third item, under your skills. You are playing things the same way night after night. If you're filling in for a drummer or you're auditioning for a band, they're not looking for you to go in and do some YouTube cover where you're chopping out over it and showing off your crazy skills. They're looking for you to deliver and fill the gap where the rest of the band will be comfortable. They need you to come in and do a job. You need to have that professional level of consistency. When pro drummers are going out and touring, they're not doing some different thing every night. Even whenever they write a drum solo, it's rehearsed, it's practiced, and it's consistent. You need to make sure that you are consistent, you have the capability to flow if and when necessary, but you're delivering at a pro consistent level. Level 2, professionalism. One of the worst things that I've seen musicians be notorious for is not being reliable or on time. When you are given a time, whether it's a time for an audition, or it's a time for load-in, or it's a time that you have to be there. If it's 4 p.m., you're there at 3:30. You're not there at 5 because it's not just you. It's not just your band. It's a huge organization. It's a huge coordination effort from multiple people, not just the performers on stage, that make these things happen. The second item on the list under professionalism is to over prepare. Let's say for an audition, they ask you to come in to practice 4 songs with them. Learn 5. Go through, over deliver. You can say, hey, I learned this extra song if you guys want to go through it just to see how it feels. Getting yourself in that association that you not only meet what's expected of you, but you also over deliver and over prepare is a really easy way for you to stand out. Let's say you're learning the songs for a gig and you're playing along to the click and backing tracks. Try to over prepare to the point where you don't need to hear the other musicians. You can play along to just the click. The level of confidence it's going to give you as the drummer that when you go in, you can say, hey, if we have the backing tracks, that's great. I know things go wrong in live music, so if everything cuts out, I'm still gonna go, I'm totally fine. Especially if you get that breakout opportunity gig, over preparing is going to save your So practice the process of over preparing and figure out ways that you can incorporate it as a part of your routine so you can actually stand out when the time comes, you're ready to knock it out. The third item when it comes to professionalism, communicate clearly. If you're gonna be late, let people know you're gonna be late. If you are unsure about what to bring, ask. Or just show up with everything you need. When I auditioned for gigs, I brought everything I need, including backups. When you have everything you need, when you communicate clearly and you know what to expect, you're allowing yourself the opportunity to stand out without being overbearing. So that includes responding on time, being clear with time, dates, and details. And also, you're leaving no guesswork for the team because you're communicating everything clearly to them. They know what to expect of you. You know what to expect from them so that you can focus on getting into that situation and knocking it out. So for level 2, make sure you have all of those things figured out and practice that process with the smaller gigs, with the gigs that maybe you don't think are as important. But you never know who's going to be there and who's watching or who's listening or who knows who. Now, the third level, making sure you have the right mindset is what's going to allow you to play the long game. Drummers and musicians are looking for instant gratification. They're looking for that video to go viral. Especially if you've tasted it once, you want it as much as you can and you're doing everything so that you can go viral and get that same hit, get the same feedback of seeing those numbers come in. You need to be patient and play the long game because this kind of stuff isn't going to happen overnight. Is it possible? Yes, absolutely. And some people may say, oh, you get lucky with a gig. Luck is where preparation meets opportunity, especially for something as technical as drumming. If you don't have the skills, if you don't have the systems, you might somehow get lucky and some big band comes and offers you a gig. Guess what? If you're not prepared, that gig is gonna come and go. Perfect example, Luigi Paravente. He's 21 years old. Just on his Instagram page alone, 653 posts. He's been working at his craft for years, putting himself out there, creating exceptional drumming videos where there's no flash or flare, he's delivering at that pro level. And people start to notice. They're not only noticing his skill capabilities in a singular video, but they're seeing that consistency across a number of different styles and genres and songs. What that says is this is a professional drummer. And especially when you get the opportunity to get called in for a gig like that and you step up and deliver the way he did, that's a professional, true and true right there. The less you expect from being able to hit something and do it overnight, and the more you play the long game, managing your expectations, when that gig opportunity comes across your table and you're equipped to say yes, you have the professionalism, that's when you rise up to the challenge and you have the opportunity to stand out. The second item under your mindset is be a good person, be coachable, and have no ego. Especially if you're new and you're looking to tap into the more professional industry, learn to say yes. Even if it's something that you don't like, roll with the punches. Let's say you get a gig opportunity to play a country gig, but all you like to play is metal and you say no for it. Guess what? The same guy who's playing that country gig might know somebody who's in a metal band that asks him, hey, do you know any drummers? Oh yeah, this guy, he's a metal drummer, but he filled in for our country gig. Why don't you give him a call? I've seen so many students get gigs this way because you said yes to the opportunity and you're exposing yourself to the network. That's how you're gonna get the most gigs, not from just you marketing yourself, but the gig that you get that yes from, you go out and you over deliver, implementing everything that we talked about. You're building the foundation and the practices of your brand and who you are as an individual. Now, the third item, you separate your identity from the instrument. You're gonna have bad nights. You're gonna make mistakes. People are going to tell you no. The most critical thing is that you keep showing up. You keep pushing forward. It means whenever you fail, you get up and you keep going. You learn from it. You don't let that be the reason that you stop doing what you're doing and you stop pursuing your passion because you made a mistake. The biggest mistakes are where you're going to learn the most. If you're watching this video and you're thinking, oh my goodness, how many mistakes have I made along my career path so far? Now you have the opportunity to take all of these items that I've talked about and to go to the drawing board. Doesn't even have to do with the drum set at the beginning, so that you can create a plan. You can create a roadmap. If you are a drummer and after hearing everything I explained in this video, the light bulbs are going off, but you don't know where to go or what to do, I encourage you to apply for the Rockstar Drummer Mentorship Program. You'll get direct access to Gabe, myself, and our team, and we're gonna help you step by step figure out exactly where your weaknesses are so that you can turn those weaknesses into strengths and understand how to pursue serious gigging opportunities and how to position yourself to start living like a professional drummer. That way, when the opportunities come across your table, you're equipped to say yes. That is how you stand out amongst a sea of drummers, and you start living like the 1%. You start performing like the 1%. Let's keep pushing forward. Keep reaching your goals. And if you're looking to start with your technical development of understanding how to use your hands, then make sure you click right here to check out this video to start building that first step of your skills to get your meat and potatoes tasting real good.